Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Ashley Durham. I am the president at Skyline Bookkeeping, and I'll be guiding you through on how to use our PPP loan usage tracker for corporations. So this is intended for businesses who are an S or C Corp. They are corporations that have payroll expenses. So there are a few key documents that you'll need to obtain before you get started, such as your PPP loan documents from your lender, as well as any payroll reports that you're using, or actually, I should say, that you need for this time period, as well as the expenses that are located below, such as rent, utilities, and any mortgage interest that you'll need to record on this spreadsheet. So once you have this information handy, go ahead and get started by using the first highlighted cell here. And what I'll go ahead and do is enter my company information in and then go to the next highlighted cell. So you'll want to enter in your total PPP loan amount that you were provided from your lender. For example, I've said that I was loaned $75,000, and then the next line item is your origination date that you'll obtain from your loan. You'll notice here that I have also included additional instructions on certain cells in order to provide you guys with clarification on how to fill out this spreadsheet. So if you happen to see this little triangle in the top right corner, just hover over it and it'll provide you with additional instructions. So right here, I'm just filling in my origination date, and then that will calculate the 8-week time period in order for me to basically calculate how many weeks I'm obviously going to be recording my expenses, but what time frame that consists of. So my origination date is on 4/11, and that 8-week time range goes from 4/11 through 6/6. The next part is I need to calculate how many pay periods I have per year. So if you are on a biweekly basis, you'll have 24 pay periods per year. If you're on a monthly basis, you'll have 12, so on and so forth. So make sure that you enter in the correct amount here. Next, I'll want to go to my payroll and benefits portion of this spreadsheet to record those expenses in that time frame. Again, make sure that you have the payroll reports in front of you in order to do so. So this first line item is for your gross wages. So make sure that you're looking at the payroll report and you're looking at the total gross wages. So this is before your employees have any taxes that are deducted, and obviously before you have any employer taxes that are added on. So go ahead and enter that information into that column and go to the next one, which is your employer paid 401k match. So this is only for your company match. This does not include amounts withheld from your employee pay. So this is just what you are paying in addition. So if you have a 3% match on your employee's 401k, make sure you're entering in just that line item here. Same with the company portion of the health insurance benefits. This is only for the portion that you pay as a company. This doesn't include the portion that's deducted from the employee's pay. So just keep that in mind and make sure you're entering in the correct information here. One part of the CARES Act and a part of the SBA regulations is that we are only to include the state taxes paid by the company on this loan forgiveness spreadsheet. So this is only the state taxes that you're paying. It's not federal. So make sure when you're looking at your payroll reports that you're only calculating the state paid taxes in this column. This is where it gets kind of tricky. I've put a little explainer here, but this only qualifies if you have employees who earn over $100,000 per year. If you don't have any employees that earn over $100,000 a year, feel free to leave this blank. To most of you, this won't apply. But if it does, read this little instruction box, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out. So once I've calculated all of my total payroll and benefits for that week, it'll give me a subtotal down here, and I can continue to my next column, which is the other costs of this spreadsheet. So I'm in week one. I just want to record the total expenses in any of these categories in which they occurred. Again, keep in mind that we are only recording it at the time that it came out of our bank. So if I'd paid rent on that week and it came out of the bank on that week, I want to make sure that I'm recording it at that time period. So same with week 2, week 3, so on and so forth. And you'll keep repeating this until the end of your 8-week period. So again, if I had any questions on when that or what that 8-week period consisted of, I could take a look at the top of the spreadsheet right here. Gives me the origination date as well as the end of the 8-week date right here. So now I know what time period I will be looking for and entering in information for. So each week when you're adding information in, you'll notice at this top right corner, the spending summary will continue to calculate your total payroll and benefits amount and other costs. So the more information that you add in here, obviously, these figures are going to change, as well as your percentage, which is the most key thing to keep in mind. Your payroll and benefits, we want to keep that 75% or more of the total loan proceeds. So your other costs cannot exceed 25% in order to qualify for 100% loan forgiveness. So just keep that in mind when you're calculating this. And that is really why this spreadsheet is so important, is we want to make sure that, we're calculating everything in order to provide this information to your lender for loan forgiveness, but also to make sure that we're staying on track as far as, what the percentages are for payroll and benefits and other costs, because we don't want this to exceed 25%. So another thing and final thing to keep in mind is that I developed this spreadsheet based on the rules that were in effect at the time of the development. So as we all know, that things are changing pretty rapidly with the SBA and the US Treasury. So in no way does this spreadsheet guarantee forgiveness of your PPP loan. So I would definitely consult and make sure you continue to consult with your CPA, tax attorney, as well as your bank lender for any further clarification surrounding new rules that come up from the SBA. If you're a current client of ours and you have received a PPP loan, more than likely we're already doing this for you. But if you would like to do this on your own and you happen to be struggling and you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can schedule a consultation appointment online by visiting our website right here. Again, this spreadsheet was intended to be used for corporations only. If you are an independent contractor, please select the link below to view the spreadsheet for the independent contractors and sole proprietors. I hope this video tutorial was helpful and informative. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions or concerns.